Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Husky Talk with UCTV Sports. I'm Noam Watt, and today I'm very happy to be joined virtually by Reggie Crawford, a first baseman and pitcher on the UConn baseball team, who just finished his freshman year as Husky. Thanks so much for joining me today, Reggie. But before anything else, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So today we're going to talk a little bit about your freshman season at UConn, life in quarantine, and then, what's next for you. Before anything else, I do want to get back to a quote that your coach, Jim Penders, said in November, right after fall ball season wrapped up.
There's one freshman in particular that really burst on the scene at first base, and his name's Reggie Crawford. He's got a really good hit tool. He can also pitch a little bit. He runs it up there to 93 on occasion with a left, very, very good left-handed arm. But he's going to see. I think he's going to get a great opportunity at first base. He's impressed us with his offensive approach. He's got good feet around the bag too. He does a good job defensively. So he's one of the newcomers that really opened our eyes.
My guess is that Coach Penders couldn't really have predicted that you would go on to hit 365 with a team-leading 7 doubles and 16 RBI. So what was it that led you to so much success during your freshman season?
I would say just putting a lot of work in, like outside of practices, because obviously the time that we could practice is limited. So for me, it was just a lot of going to the rec, lifting a lot more, going to the barn, hitting a lot more. And it's just a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I would say led to the success this season.
So we'll get into a little bit of your high school days, but you just mentioned the rec center. When you were being recruited to UConn, did you know that was a thing and that was going to be an asset that you would be able to use?
Oh, definitely. They mentioned that, and I was really excited for that because I know that I like to keep myself busy, and if I had some free time, I would definitely go over there because there's so much stuff to do there, obviously. So I used it a lot more than I thought I was gonna. I really made use of my time to use it efficiently, I would say.
Good. Yeah, I know Coach McDonald says it's been a valuable tool for recruits, take them in for a tour there. And it's like, wow, this state-of-the-art facility that's not even solely for varsity teams. So it's great.
Exactly.
Let's go back a little bit to your high school days. You won state championships in swimming back home in Pennsylvania, hit 482, 8 homers as a senior, and then were drafted 37th round by the Royals. But you chose to come to Storrs. So talk me a little bit through your high school journey and then how you ended up at UConn.
So, for me, up until the summer going into my senior year, I was primarily a swimmer. I was much better at swimming than I was at baseball. I never really enjoyed swimming. It was just something that I did because it'd be dumb for me not to. So, swimming was always the first sport, and I thought I was going to end up going to school for swimming. But what happened was, one day my junior year, towards the end of the season, I ended up pitching against one of my friends, and he had East Carolina, Millersville, and Towson coming to watch him pitch, and I just happened to pitch the same day. And like after that game, that's when everything started take off because like those schools knew that I didn't have much exposure. So what they did was they contacted other schools for me and stuff like that, which was awesome. And then I got linked up with a summer team, and then I played summer ball, and then that's when really everything started taking off. So that was the switch. I won states my junior year, and it was tough to just let it go because that's what I've been doing my whole life. But then again, it was for something that I really loved, and putting all of my time into baseball really did help a ton. So I don't regret not swimming at all, but everything just worked out perfectly, I would say.
And so you talked about that game that you pitched. Now you both pitch and you play first base. Have you done that your whole life? Since Little League days, have you always been a pitcher and, obviously a stellar first baseman as well, or is that something more recently as you've sort of developed into a more mature baseball player?
Yeah, it's been that way my whole life. I have somewhat of a strong arm, so like I would just be thrown out on the mound in Little League. And like Teeners is the league after that in my area, so they would just throw me out on the mound, and I would still hit it too. So it was just something I did my whole life.
Is that something you want to continue doing? I know it's very rare. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani sort of broke the mold a little bit with his stellar first 2 seasons coming over from Japan, but not many other players do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't want to limit myself, obviously. So if I have something going, I might as well just keep with it.
Good. So right before the season kicked off, you told Dalma Mori, who writes for the Hartford Courant, that when you looked back at your freshman year, you wanted to maximize everything and not look back and think, and this is what you said, I could have done more. So the season obviously was cut way short, just 13 games in. But do you think you reached that goal of, maximizing everything?
I do. I feel as if there were a few times where I could have done more. Like I try to continue working out when we're on the road, like get in the hotels and go to their gyms and stuff. I feel like I could have done that more. I did do it, but I don't know. I still felt as if I could have done more. But I feel like
other than that, you think you took control of the opportunity, embraced it, enjoyed the moments that you had?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, we'll get back into that a little bit more during the rapid fire at the end, but I want to just dig a little bit more into the play on the field during freshman year. How much of a leap was it from high school, and what were the biggest things you learned from Coach Penders and playing for Connecticut this year?
It's obviously a huge leap for me. Like high school was not very competitive at all. We'd have kids that they were super slow. So I mean, it was a big adjustment. Like through the fall, I had 7 different approaches to my swing. I had 10 different swings, and I just kept messing with things and kept adjusting to see what would work the best for me. But yeah, obviously I learned a ton just from the older players and obviously the coaches and in general. But it was a great learning atmosphere. It was very easy to learn, and I really kept the things that I heard and learned. And especially my coaches, they're very, very knowledgeable with baseball, obviously, but even just everything off the field and just maturing in general. And I really wanted to focus on maturing quick because that'll really help me in my game. And I feel as if I did that pretty well.
Was there one thing that stuck out to you most from your first season playing for Coach Penders?
Just everything as a whole. I mean, it was completely different. I mean, just Coach Penders in general, he's just someone that you want to please and make happy. So it's you don't want to ever do anything that will upset him or make him look down on you. So it's just having to live up to that really, really pushes you.
Yeah, I bet. Well, baseball season was cut short, middle of March. You guys were, I believe, down in Virginia, about to start a weekend series to start a spring break, and all of a sudden was cut short. So what have you been up to since then? How are you staying busy?
So currently I'm in Texas at my girlfriend's house. If I were to stay home in Pennsylvania, I would still have nothing because everything's still closed. And down here, everything's open for the most part. There's just rules in some stores and everything. But I've been hitting with a few local college kids. And then every once or twice a week, I'll hit with Torrey Hunter Jr., Royce Lewis, who was a former #1 pick 2 years ago. And then we would hit live against pro arms, former big leaguers and stuff like that. I was just in Houston. I got done hitting. I was hitting with George Springer these past 2 days. So yeah, so I mean, it's been a unreal experience. I've had a lot more down here than I would have in Pennsylvania, but I'm going to head back soon to get our stuff from school, and then I'm going to head to PA.
That's incredible. Can you talk to me a little bit more about hitting with George Springer? I know, obviously, UConn alumni, unbelievable career in the Big East here. Last year when UConn was down playing, I think Sam Houston State maybe, they stopped by Minute Maid Park and got to spend a day with Springer. But what's it like playing with him?
It was awesome. I was able to pick his brain and just hear what it's like to be a big leaguer. I mean, we hit with Alex Bregman's hitting coach, and between the two of them, I learned so much. And even not just them, hitting with the Torrey Hunter Jr. and Royce Lewis and stuff, and facing the former big league arms, they've taught me a lot of stuff. And within a few weeks, I've definitely gotten so much better and gotten to a point with my swing that I feel as if I could play, it would play at a higher level, definitely. And wow. I mean, it was just an unreal experience.
That's so great. And obviously Springer probably you got in touch with him through the UConn connection, I'm sure.
Mhm.
It's great that he's giving back to a school that, paved the way for him to have the great MLB career that he's in the middle of right now. But
Exactly.
aside from baseball, what does a typical day in your life look like?
For me, it's wake up, go hit, come back, just relax for a little bit, work out. Do whatever, maybe go somewhere, and then pretty much just hit again, eat dinner, and then just relax.
It's good. So is it sort of typical to what a typical day during, a summer off season might look like for you?
Yeah, definitely. Just baseball, working out, and just hanging out.
Good. So what comes next? Are you doing some sort of lifting program that team trainers are giving you, playing any informal or formal summer ball? What do you think or hope will come in the coming summer months?
So when I head back to PA, I'm currently looking for local summer leagues because I'm like the trainer I have at home. He's really, really good. So I'm planning on just staying at home, working out with him, and then maybe just finding a league close. But if not, then there's a lot of arms in my area that we can throw live and stuff. So I'll be getting the reps that I need anyway. So I'm not really worried about that from that aspect. But just getting stronger and getting better is my goal.
And in terms of pitching, have you been able to throw live at all? You didn't get to throw to George, did you?
I did not, but I've been throwing live these past few weeks also. So it's been good.
Great. So it sounds like even though the world's a little bit crazy right now, you're going to be staying in baseball shape, ready to get back to it in the fall.
Definitely.
So Reggie, we're going to move into a rapid fire section to end. So I want you to just first thing that comes to mind when I ask you a question. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So first and foremost, favorite athlete, any sport?
Mike Trout or LeBron James. They're two.
Okay.
Yeah, two of the top for me.
Good. Next one, favorite place that you played this past season?
Scottsdale, the Talking Sticks. That was nice.
Yeah, good way to start the season, huh?
Definitely, yeah.
Next one, do you prefer pitching or playing first?
Playing first.
Sunflower seeds or bubble gum?
Huh?
Sunflower seeds or bubble gum?
50-50 on that.
Okay.
I definitely go with sunflower seeds more, but I don't have a favorite. I like them both.
Yeah, I can't blame you. Next one, if you had to be quarantined with one UConn teammate, who would you choose?
Pat Gallagher, my roommate. He's awesome.
Next one is favorite movie, TV show, or a good book recommendation?
TV show is Scandal. I've been watching it during quarantine. It's good. It's really good.
Now, my last one, what's your favorite spot on the UConn campus?
Rec Center. Definitely.
Good call. Reggie, thank you so much for joining me today. It's a bummer we didn't get to see you play at all at home this spring, but I know Husky fans are very excited to watch you christen that new Elliott Ballpark next spring. I'm sure there's a lot of big things to come.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Stay safe, be well. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to another edition of Husky Talk with UCTV Sports. We'll see you next time.
Take care.